So today I'd like to talk about success, humility, and kindness, and about something that I went through that totally changed my perspective on life. So in 2011, I decided to publish my journal, which was a book about my little boy who passed away. And the whole reason behind it was so that his life would have even more meaning than it had had. And I was hoping that his story would be remembered and he would be able to affect as many, if not more, people than he would have if he would have lived. And so to do this, I teamed up with some really amazing editors and my brother, and we started a publishing company. And the company had some really awesome success in the first 3 years. We published over 100 authors, and it did really well. And the first year that The Golden Sky, my memoir, was out, it became a #1 bestseller on Amazon for women's memoir. So, I mean, there's some really awesome things that happened. But I noticed the more successful I became with my writing, the more my perspective started to change. And all of a sudden, it was less about giving the books away for free and people reading the books as it was about kind of the notoriety of it, of being an author and things like that. And so during that time, there was an author who had treated me very, very poorly before this whole publishing journey began. And she ended up getting published as well. And when I was looking one day on Amazon, I noticed that another author had the exact same cover for their book that she did. And I felt this check in my heart that I should not email her about this. And you know what? I could not stop myself. And the reason why I knew I shouldn't email her was because I knew I wasn't going to be nice about this. I was kind of gloating that this lady had been so mean to me and I was doing so well even though she told me I wouldn't, and that now someone else had the exact same picture on their cover of their book. So anyways, I got this email ready and it said something like, well, that really sucks. Somebody else has the same cover for their book. And I sent it. And you guys, I went on Amazon to see how my book sales were doing. They had been the highest they had ever been. The Golden Sky was doing so well. And the moment I sent that email, my book sales stopped. We're not talking a trickle. We're not talking, oh, a book here and there sold. No, they totally stopped for months. And the fact that I had done this, it really brought me back down to earth. It's embarrassing to say, but it was a hard thing to go through, to have all this success and then do something like that, and I really hurt her feelings. But do you know what? After that, something happened that totally changed my perspective, and I went skydiving, and as I was falling to the earth, I just remember looking around at God's creation and just thinking how beautiful and how astounding everything is. But also, as I was falling, it was so clear to me that I am a speck. All of us are specks. You know, here I was a speck. I was over other specks. I was in a leadership position. There were other specks who were over me. You know, thousands of specks had read my book. But do you know what? There were other authors who millions of specks had read their book. And all of a sudden it was so clear about how stupid, how completely stupid I had been. And how ridiculous that really, what do I want to embody? Who do I want to be? You know, I was so excited to be an author because I felt like I was finally something. My life had meaning. I had done something that maybe I would be remembered for by my children, by my grandchildren. But do you know what? If somebody isn't kind, really, what do they have? And just the realization that the world is so huge. If we can't add kindness to it, what do we really have? Kindness. It's like a perpetual motion machine where if you take kindness and times it by itself, the possibilities are endless because it just keeps going on, because kindness is positive. But if you take something negative, you're diluting something that you could have. It affects your entire life. All of a sudden, you're cutting off your own potential. You're changing how you can see the world, how you can affect other people's lives. And so ever since then, I've been struggling to try to get my book sales back up where they were. And I know some people probably think I'm silly, that this was just a coincidence, but I know that it wasn't. This was a lesson that I really needed to learn, and it was awesome to get back to basics and remember why I started writing in the first place, why I was using it to try to overcome the emotions that I was dealing with when my son was born and when he passed away. And just to kind of see that, but then also remember that all of us may strive to have meaning, but guess what? We all have meaning just the way we are. There's something special about every single one of us, but if we can take the positivity in our own lives and times it by itself, it's amazing the things that we can accomplish, the things that we can do, and just enjoy life. Because really, like I said, we are just specks. Why not make the best of it? Enjoy the people we're around. Enjoy being kind to others. Whether we feel that it's warranted to be mean to someone else or not, guess what? That's just adding negativity to your life that you don't need. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys something that I'd gone through and how my priorities and my view on life totally changed. And I don't know, I still have struggles with being kind all the time, but I'm trying. And I know that if I have setbacks, I'm just gonna, tomorrow is a new day, like Anne of Green Gables said in those books. Tomorrow's a new day, fresh with no mistakes in it. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing great. Have a great day.